Well, hi everyone. My name's Angela Augusta. I'm the admissions representative at Hope College in Holland, Michigan. Raise a hand who's a junior in here. Okay, so like pretty much everyone. Who's a senior? Okay, awesome. Who here has visited Holland, Michigan before? Okay, that's a pretty good percentage there. Who has visited Hope College before? Okay, we're in business. Awesome. So Hope, just to kind of give you a quick synopsis of what Hope is, we are a small liberal arts school with a Christian dimension to it. And we have so many majors and minors. I have some information that I can pass out to you guys later today. Some of our top departments and majors are going to be business, engineering, nursing, education, and then a whole ton of others. One thing to know about Hope is that we are a very scholarly institution. I think that's a fact that kind of gets slept on about Hope College. We're actually a part of this honor society that only has 300 other schools in the entire country. So for Ivy Leagues and some of those really high performing academic schools, we're with them and we're competing with them. But it's kind of cool because we're like this small but mighty school that's 5 to 7 minutes away from Lake Michigan. So in the warmer months, a lot of our students will be down at the beach and hanging out together. And instead of Hope being this really intense, kind of stab you in the back academic school, we have students that care about developing one another. So one thing that we do, and I learned this a couple weeks ago, and now I can't stop talking about it. One thing that we do is when freshmen come into Hope College, they have to take a personality, strengths, and weakness assessment. Has anyone done a personality test before? Which one did you do? Do you remember? 16 personalities? Yeah, okay, yeah. So that's whether or not you're extroverted, introverted. We do this one called Clifton Strengths. And students, they get the full VIP access where it's I think you get 1 to 50 different strengths to weaknesses. I got cheaped out and got the staff version, so I got to see my top 10 strengths. But one thing that ran really true through Hope is the #1 quality in a Hope student is achiever, which means they want to do well in class, they want to be a good person, they want to get good grades. The second most popular personality trait was developer. Does anyone have an idea of what developer would mean? Yeah?
They want to build each other up or make better.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So developer is a personality where you want to help people around you. You want to surround yourself with good people, and then you also want to build other people up around you and have a really strong community. So if that kind of gives you an idea of what the characteristics of a Hope College student are, achiever, get good grades, amazing, but then also a person that wants to help their friends and be a player of impact. So those are our top 2. And I just think that's really cool because we do have this really academically rigorous campus, but in the same vein, we also have students that love on one another and actually care about one another. So if that sounds like you and something that you're interested in, then you got to come to campus to obviously see it for yourself. Today, we're going to kind of focus on your pathway to Hope. So you guys are mostly juniors right now. Don't feel overwhelmed with the college search process yet. Let's just be in the moment and have fun while we're in high school. But you guys are probably going to start the search soon. Who here has done a college tour? Okay, amazing. Who wants to shout out a school you guys have visited before? Miami, Ohio. Okay, awesome. Where else? U of M. Amazing. Where else? Okay, awesome. These are all beautiful schools. So there are thousands of different options in the United States and internationally. But today we're going to talk about how specifically at Hope, I'm going to be your person to help you with that pathway of getting to Hope. We really try to personalize everything that we do. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. What to expect. That's an old photo of me in the top left corner. But what to expect is an admissions representative. Has anyone been in connection with an admissions rep from another school?
Oh wait, not another school, but this school.
Carol.
Carol Fritz?
Yeah,
girl. Okay, yeah. Carol works with our athletes. So one thing that we do that I think is really unique is you're actually going to meet your admissions rep. Guess who would be your admissions rep at Hope? You guys are so smart. Me. I would be the person that's walking you through the college search journey, how to get through the college essay and the Common App and all those nitty-gritty things. I'm going to be your person that helps you with that. You'll probably get annoyed at me at some point during senior year. prepare. So who here has heard of like Common App yet? Yeah, okay. Who here has heard of the dreaded college essay? Okay, there was more hands for that one. With the college essay and the applications, all of that good stuff, I'm gonna help you prepare that. So I'm gonna walk you through what I need from you and how we're gonna do it. A lot of the times when I ask my juniors, what was the most stressful thing right now? What do you stress about with college applications, and my seniors? The essay. I totally get that. One thing to know about your essay at Hope College is that it's going to be actually read. A lot of schools, they have to auto-admit and auto-deny students just simply based off a GPA, and because their schools are bigger. So they don't have the capacity and bandwidth to sift and go through every single college application, whereas we do. We only have 3,400 students, so we truly will read through every single word on your essay. So know that your story is gonna be heard, read, and seen. And who do you think's gonna read through your essay when you submit? So smart. So we're gonna help you with that. I'm gonna help you with that. If you ever have like individual questions, you can always text or call me or email me. But we're gonna help you prepare with your college application to Hope College. And then review. I kind of just talked about that. I think if you're a person that wants your story to be like heard and actually seen, because you guys just aren't a GPA. Like that's really important, and doing well in school is really, really important. But sometimes outside of school, there's life that happens. Sometimes people's GPAs aren't a 4.0 because they have to take care of their mom or their dad or their younger brothers and siblings. So that's why we truly deep dive and actually get to read through your story. So when you guys are applying to Hope College next fall, or for my seniors in the room, really advocate and share your story, because I will get to have the time to get to know you on that deeper level. From there, what will happen is when I review it, it's going to get passed off to my boss, and then my boss's boss, his name's Nate Haveman. He's the VP of admissions. He's going to make the final decision and the final call for whether or not you're an admissible student. So know that you're going to have 3 people in the office that gets to read through your story. And then build connections. One of my jobs is to get you guys connected with the Hope College community before even being an actual student there. So if you're a senior or a junior, and by the time you are, it's spring of senior year and you haven't met anyone outside of me, I haven't done my job correctly. So if you're a person that's interested in studying biology, pre-med, business, my job is to help you meet those professors, get connected with students that are similar to you in that vein, and just help you build your network at Hope College. Rather than coming in freshman year and not knowing another soul other than me, it's really my job to help you build that. A timeline. This is really for my seniors, but as juniors, this is great. You're gonna get a little bit of a head start and kind of have an idea. Seniors, do you guys know when the deadline is to get your application into Hope College? That's when it, valid guess. No, so it's gonna be November 1st for my seniors. What's great is that the Common App is gonna open August 1st for you as juniors. So if you want to start applying to colleges by then, you totally can. I'm under the vein in the belief that it's summertime in August and you guys should be really living into that and taking time to explore colleges. But if you're a person that wants to get a head start, it opens August 1st and you can apply through the Common App. November 1, for the seniors, this is when I want you to get your application into us. Hope is a smaller school, so we get a big, massive bulk of our applications between this timeline right here. Rolling admissions would be post-November 1st. That's not to say that you'd get denied, just your likelihood of being admitted in this early window goes way higher, and you hear your admissions decision earlier too. So for seniors, if you apply by this date, November 1st, you'll actually hear back your admissions decision December 5th. It's non-binding, which means that if you're admitted, that doesn't mean that we're saying, hey, put your deposit down at Hope College. It's just saying you took the time to apply early. We want you to know sooner so that you have more time to explore Hope and your other options. December 1st, who here has older siblings that have maybe done FAFSA and financial aid? Yeah, okay. Financial aid is a really important part of the conversation. As amazing as Hope College is, and it has so many opportunities to offer you, finances are a very, very important thing that weigh into a student's college decision. So Hope will accept the FAFSA application, which is called the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. what we'll do December 1st this year for incoming seniors, they're going to apply for it. What FAFSA does is it takes your parents or your guardian's income and then it spews out this number called the Student Aid Index number. This is really in the weeds, but it's good to know. That number will determine how much money Hope College can offer to you through grants, loans, and scholarships. So know that that's also a really important part of the conversation in making your decision. We kind of already mentioned this, but if you apply early this year, you're going to find out December 5th your admissions decision, which is great because then you'll have a little bit more time in the timeline to come to campus, visit, and just get connected with people. And then February 1st for seniors, this is when we're going to need an updated transcript. So when you apply early, we're really only getting to see your freshman to junior year grades. But if you're taking honors courses, dual enrollment, AP classes in the fall of senior year, we want to see that because if your GPA went up, we could potentially get you more scholarship money. I communicate all of these deadlines and timelines with you. So don't right now be like, oh gosh, is that all going to disappear and I won't know when to do it? I communicate this with you, but that is a really important deadline for seniors. And then May 1st, has anyone else done, like, do you guys do a college decision day here where people wear their college shirts? Yeah, so May 1st, that's when we ask Hope students or students that have applied and been admitted, what's your decision? Where are you going in the fall? One thing to know, I am an admissions rep. I'm never gonna push Hope onto you if it's not the right school for you. I do think most people that are at a school like this would thrive at a place like Hope College, but it's ultimately your decision and your search and your journey, and there's so many different colleges out there. So this date is really, really fun, but I also know that there's a lot of stress and overwhelming feelings that go into it. Know that as your admissions rep, I'm really just here to help you navigate that. I would never push a school onto you if it wasn't your place. I've had girls and students crying me before that they were choosing another school, and for me, I was like, I did my job because they felt comfortable and safe enough to tell me that they were going somewhere else. So if we get to connect and build a relationship like that, that would just mean the world to me. So for my seniors, know that that's May 1st is when you kind of got to figure out where your next home away from home is going to be. Why Hope? Be known. Who here is really thinking and looking into smaller colleges? Yeah, why?
Well, I just want like a good like community environment.
Yeah, I love that. Anyone else? Yeah?
Smaller, like you said, smaller community, but also I've noticed that they tend to have like better theology programs.
Okay, love that. Anyone else that's looking into smaller schools? Yeah. Yeah, less overwhelming. I love, you guys both made, like all three of you made really great points. Community, that's like one of our pillars. Hope's logo is an anchor, and we're anchored in community. I'm from Boston, Mass, so my first time like working at Hope, my first week, I was like, why are all these students so nice? It's freaking me out. Because back home in the East Coast, we're not like that. So that was one thing that took me aback, big time. The students at Hope, again, they're developers. They care about you, and community is something that they really want to cultivate and foster. So you'll be known. You're going to have advisors, you'll have mentors, you'll have me. You're going to have adults and people that care about you and simply just want you to succeed. And they're going to know your story and your why. And I think that's really important. Hope College did a research study, and we saw that if a young adult, someone your age, has about 4 to 5 adult mentors in their life, their happiness rate and their success rate goes way up. Way, way up. So that's something that we really, really pour into at Hope. So you'll be known. You'll be heard. This feels like very therapeutic, but it is true. People are going to know your story. One story that I have that always comes to mind is actually my fiance. He went to Hope and graduated there in 2018. He went into the business world and did insurance and was absolutely miserable for the first year post-grad. That's not what Hope College wants for our graduates. We want you guys to go into an industry or workplace that makes you feel happy. And so he basically called up his academic advisor from the business department, Stacy Jackson. This guy drove across to Brighton, Michigan, where my fiance is from, and took him out to lunch for 2 hours to help him really figure out, like, hey dude, insurance is definitely not for you. Then Jacob came back to Hope, and he's now one of the football coaches there, doing what he feels called to do and what he loves to do. So your story is going to be heard. I'll tell him you said wow. I'll tell him that you said that. But he felt heard in that moment, and so the love and appreciation for our students doesn't just stop while they leave and graduate from Hope. It's going to continue on. Then be transformed. I always think this is one's kind of corny, to be honest, but it also is very true. Every student I talk to, they're like, this place has transformed me. And I'm like, that's crazy, how? But a lot of students will come in with a certain mindset, and then they're surrounded with all of these amazing professors, mentors, advisors, and other current students, and it transforms them in a way to be like their best version of their possible selves. So I hope all of you want that for yourselves in the future. I want you guys to want to be at your absolute best, and that's typically what we see from a Hope College graduate, and they usually use the word transformed. So those are just some pillars as to why Hope could be the best option for you. What is next? So for everyone in the room, I feel like college information is very saturated. It can be really, really overwhelming. Just take a minute after all of the presentations you go to or tours and campus visits to just like sit and think about how the visit or this conversation right now, how it made you feel. I think that's more important than, weighing out all the data. Their graduation rate or their acceptance rate is this. How did today make you feel? If you loved what I had to say, great. If you didn't, that's also okay. Everyone's on their own journey. So just take a minute of like solitude to just being quiet and like think about what this presentation meant to you, and then connect with me if you did like it. Apply. Juniors, don't worry about this. Seniors in the back row, I want you guys to apply. I want to learn more about you, and then just see if we can open up the floodgates and get you admitted. So I'd love to see your Common App by November 1st. And then this says come back. So if you've already been to campus, come back. If you haven't, come hang out with us. Who here likes group visits to a college where it's like loud and you're very extroverted and you're cool with that? Okay, a handful of people. Anchor days are going to be a really good option for you. It's a group visit day where everyone else in the room is a junior and a senior. You get to meet the president of Hope College. He goes viral on TikTok all the time, so he's actually kind of cool and funny. So he could be a good person to meet. You can go talk to professors from your areas of study that you're interested in, business, political science, you name it, we'll have professors available. Go on a tour, go to a football game, soccer game, go to a volleyball game. Just get connected. It's like a pre-orientation orientation. They're every single Friday in the fall and spring. So that's what we want you to come to. If you're like, I don't like crowds, I just want to have my own individualized time on campus, an individual visit's going to be a better option for you. You can do a campus tour with one other tour guide. You can do an admissions appointment with me if you want to hang out and chat again. You can go to a classroom to talk to a professor. We can really curate and tailor the day for you, so that will be a better option if you don't like the group visit style. And then Night at Hope, this is for seniors. Because anchor days are on Fridays, the Thursday before, we have students come hang out. This visit is very organic. So we have Night at Hope hosts, and you hang out with them. Rather than it being like hanging out with me, they're way cooler than me and can actually show you like what life could look like for an evening at Hope. You typically get to campus at like 4:30 p.m. and then you leave at 11. If you're admitted in the spring semester, these become overnights where you can actually do a sleepover. So know that there's a ton of different visit options. And then thank you guys. Who has the first question? Because I want to hear back from you, and then we'll do the raffle from there. Yeah. What's that? Tuition. What? Elaborate for me.
Like, how much like a semester or like a year?
Yeah. So the way that Hope College, because we're a private liberal arts school, we do one flat fee of tuition, and it's $41,500. Yeah, it's a pretty penny. That's why we have scholarships and financial aid. What's nice about it being one flat fee is that you know what you're getting. You can take up you can take up to 22 credits. I would never recommend a freshman to do that. You can get credits transferred in, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's more expensive than the typical in-state tuition. But what you need to do is wait until you get a financial aid package back, because we actually perform at the same level as other schools like that. Great question. Yeah.
What's the lowest GPA you've ever had?
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know if I have specific data on that. I have seen students with like a 2.7 that have gotten admitted, but it's because they demonstrated to us in the admissions cycle that like, this is my top school and I want to be here and I'm going to go and change my ways with my GPA. So, yeah.
Let's say you went to community college for 2 years, but
Yeah, so if you wanted to transfer into Hope College after doing 2 years, I will tell you, Hope College is a 4-year like experience, but we do have students that will transfer in. So you would work with a admissions rep that strictly focuses with transfer students. So they'd help you go through all the transcripts and things that we need over there for you to kind of be considered for admission. But it would just be working with a rep just like me. So yeah, great question. What else? Yeah.
So I was wondering, what's your like, if in your opinion, like what degrees do you think are like majors do you think are like the best at Hope College, and which ones are kind of like, a bit more diluted down?
Yeah. This is a completely subjective opinion, but like business and psychology are very, very good at Hope, and their programs are very dense. There's a lot to offer there, as well as engineering. Education, we're ranked in the state of Michigan. So those would probably be my top 4. Some ones that are smaller, they're still amazing because Hope's an honors college, so like we have to be accredited in certain things. Smaller ones are going to be like art history, more in the art realm, in like the humanities side of the college, but you actually can't go wrong at Hope. So one thing that's really cool is a lot of students will actually double major or major and then minor in something else, but that'd be my opinion. I think your hand went up next.
How much is like the room and board type thing?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So I have some like information that I can hand out to you too, so you can see it visually. The tuition is gonna be $41,500, and then room and board breaks down to around like $13K split. So it's about like 6 and 7. Does that make sense?
Per semester?
No, for the full school year. Yep. So the total all-in cost at Hope is $54,920. All in. Yep. Hi.
Like double majoring, can you double major in different like fields kind of?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a limit
No.
to like the double majors?
Yeah, one of my fiance's players triple majors, which is crazy town. But because Hope's smaller, he can get the individualized attention from his professors. I think he's in poli-sci. I think he's doing theology. And then he has one, I think he has like philosophy or something like that. So you really can.
Longer than a 4-year track, or is that still in the 4 years?
I believe he has taken some additional like summer courses, but they really, like the registrar and the school really does try their best to keep it all within 4 years. Yep. Yep.
If you do summer classes, that would be obviously easier to fit in the 4 years. If you didn't do summer, then would it extend to like 5 years?
Typically, no. We really are an undergraduate 4-year institution. So if you were looking to do grad school, that would be your next option. A lot of the time, what advisors will do is help students figure out how to sub classes for another major or minor, so that way you're like not overextending your credits. But that's kind of how that's going to work. Good question.
What about the
Yeah.
AP credit connection, or like the,
How do they transfer over?
yeah. So
Yeah.
is that just like on, should I just look on the website?
Yeah, I can help you with that. So we will get your official test scores from College Board. Most departments on campus are only going to accept a 4 or a 5 in the AP test. We won't get that information and data sent over to us until the summer going into your freshman year. And then from there, the registrar would help you tailor and put together your schedule.
It's not just 5s.
4 or 5s. Yep, and it really truly just depends on the department and the chair. Yeah. What else? Do we have like 1 or 2 more? No. How's the tennis team? Really, really good. I actually get to work in admissions with the tennis players. So if you are an athlete and someone that wants to play like a college sport, if you're a junior, try getting yourself out and seen right now. Hope operates kind of like a Division I or D2 school in terms of how they do athletic recruiting. That conversation's gonna strictly be driven by the coach. So if you are interested, we have an athletics form online that you can fill out, and it will notify our coaches that you're interested. But the tennis team's really good. All of the sports at Hope are pretty good, so yeah.
How many clubs do you have?
We have 90, maybe 95 clubs, and every year students add them. I played college ice hockey. I actually just helped a girl start the first women's ice hockey team there. So they just had their first game last weekend. You can add a club. There's so many different clubs that you can do. During the first week of school, there's a club orientation. Has anyone seen Pitch Perfect? Yeah. Do you know the scene where she's walking down and then like Fat Amy throws stuff at her, which is crazy? that is kind of what Hope's like club fair looks like. There's tables lined up, and a lot of freshmen will actually join too many because they're just excited. And then by the end of the year, they're like, I need to drop at least 2 so that I can get my work done. But so many clubs. So I have more information on that too online that I can send you. But yeah. And then guys, we did have I had like 2 raffle prizes. I think the tickets went over here. Okay. I'm just gonna pick randomly. Let's see. Okay, Chloe Reese. Yay! It's like a water bottle. It has one of the candy, and then it has like one of the wallets on the back of the phone. And then Sophia Garcia. That's such a pretty name. Yay! There you go, my friend. Enjoy.
I'll take it. Yep, take it.
Thanks, guys.
Guys, I'll take the pens if you